All right, so this year's Arlington Tigers are not the Arlington Tigers from a year ago on the football field. Not just in wins and losses, but the way they treat the games. All those changes have resulted in the best start for Arlington in the last 10 years. Tigers looking to start 4-0 for the first time since 2015. Hosting the Ridgeway Roadrunners. You got to sound that one out to get it all the way out. Rod Lucas in the first quarter had 7 touchdowns last week, getting off to a strong start this week. He hits Luke Turner, who almost gets in. He's so close at that point. So, you know, Lucas just does it himself. You're not going to stop that dude. He's like 6'4", 210, 220. He's getting in. 7-0. Arlington Tigers are up. Lucas then continues to get it done. This time he says, I'll just take it myself. There's no way little bro is going to tackle him. Like I said, dude's big. Gets all the way into the end zone. 14-0. He came right to our camera to celebrate. Glad to see it. 14-0. Tigers on top. Arlington defense getting into it as well. As you see, it's still early in the game, still in the first quarter. On this run here by Ridgeway, you got to hang on to that one thing they call the football. He didn't do it. That means that Jacob Squire's going to pick it up. That's that fumble recovery, and that fumble recovery leads to even more Arlington offense. That sets up this. Lucas finds who else but Luke Turner. But watch, Lucas is almost getting tackled before he makes the heave. That's when you know you got a big guy. He hits Lucas Turner for the score. Final score in this one, Arlington just going away with it, 50-0, the final score here. Arlington now 4-0 for the first time since the year 2015. Great job for the Arlington Tigers. All right, let's get to another big game of the night. Whitehaven and Germantown. Now, Germantown head coach Gene Robinson actually played his days at Whitehaven, so this one's a little bit on the bittersweet side when this matchup comes up. There you see Coach Robinson right there getting ready. Whitehaven's up 7-0 when we get there. Just under 10 minutes left in the first quarter. Germantown's Cavius record makes the catch, but in comes the Tigers defense there. Larry Hampton laying the wood on that hit. Red Devils pick up the first down, but the Whitehaven defense setting the tone with that physicality at that point. Marching band continuing. Look at this. Nice heave. Later in the game, Tigers on offense. That's Jaden Thomas scrambles. He tries to find a man. He flings it in the end zone, but he flings it to the defense. Carter Booth with the interception. Red Devils making a big stop right there. The crowd getting into it, trying to get this one into the end zone. They just couldn't get it done. Then a little bit later, Tigers, let's try it again. This time they do get into the end zone. Thomas finds junior wideout Jacorian Marshall for the touchdown. Whitehaven goes up 13-0 at that point. And the final check of the score that we have in this one is 22-19. Germantown coming on back to get the win. Germantown comes back to get that homecoming win, 22-19. They remain undefeated, picking up that big region win. Let's take a look at some other scores from around the area and around the Mid-South. Southwind all over White Station, 38-0 the final score there. And that one, Collierville, believe it or not, another game against another Mississippi school. This time they lose again, 62-37. Collierville struggling a little bit this season early on. Pure Academy and Memphis Central. Memphis Central get the 1-point win, 20-21. And then you see Melrose at Bolton, and Melrose gets the win there, 40-0. All right, let's get to tonight's play of the night. It comes from Mumford senior Bryson Turnage. Look at the young man go right here. This would be what we call a I'm gone. 89-yard kickoff return touchdown puts the Cougars up 21-13. They go on to win the game 49-35. So that touchdown mattered. They won over Woodford County in Kentucky. Special thanks to Brian Turnage for submitting tonight's play of the night. Don't forget, you can send us your biggest and best plays. We're always looking for the next play of the night. You can @ me or Richard Denson on X, formerly known as Twitter, or you can text us to 901-321-7520, or you can use the hashtag ABC24 Florida to send us those plays of the night.